Welcome in. Thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. I'm Bob Stevens. Different courtroom, different plea from Alec Murdaugh, but the same outcome as his murder trial. Guilty. As he did on the stand in Walterboro a few months ago, Murdaugh admitted he was guilty of stealing money from clients. 22 financial crimes in all, from money laundering to conspiracy, bank fraud, and wire fraud in a federal courtroom in Charleston. Murdaugh told Judge Richard Gergel he wanted to take responsibility for his actions to defraud clients of about $9 million over the last decade. Sentencing will take place at a later date. He still faces state charges for similar crimes. Meanwhile, characters in the Murdaugh cases are keeping their lawyers busy. Admitted co-conspirator Corey Fleming now filing papers appealing not his convictions, he's admitted to the crimes, but his sentencing. He was sentenced to almost 4 years from federal Judge Gergel for his involvement in stealing millions from the Gloria Satterfield estate, with the pledge from the judge that he would tell State Court Judge Newman that that's all the time he should spend in prison. But Newman then sentenced Fleming to nearly 14 more years in prison for similar crimes, saying he wasn't going to let the federal courts influence his sentencing. We'll see how that turns out. What might be good for all of us shrimp lovers might be the death of the shrimping business in the Lowcountry. The Southern Shrimp Alliance is asking governors in 8 shrimp-producing states, including South Carolina, to ask the federal government for a disaster declaration, like you might if a hurricane hit, because of the glut of imported farm-raised shrimp that has severely cut into the business of shrimpers, including those here in the Lowcountry. Sea Eagle market owner Craig Reeves told the Island Packet that unfair trade practices have created a, quote, unprecedented catastrophic crisis, end quote, for shrimpers. Most shrimp you can buy in area grocery stores is farm-raised and imported, keeping prices down, but that hurts the local shrimpers. Shrimp boat landings in South Carolina were 88% below average at the beginning of the summer. Still wondering how the looming government shutdown might directly affect you? Well, try renewing your federal flood insurance. If the government shuts down, FEMA will be unable to issue any new national flood insurance policies or even renew the existing ones. Existing policies will still be in effect as long as FEMA has the money to pay any claims. There are more than 200,000 flood insurance policyholders in South Carolina. For details on these stories and other Lowcountry news, we invite you to visit the sources listed on your screen. We're going to talk sports in just a little bit, but first, Maria Soden updates us on the weather. Fall is officially here. Let's see how good this week could be outside.
Thanks, Bob. Yep, so with the start of the fall season, it's going to bring those cooler temperatures, but it's also going to bring the rain, as we are going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout this week. So taking a look at Tuesday, again, we're going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, but mainly in the later afternoon, but should be clearing up by the evening. Hilton is going to high 82, a low of 72. Bluffton's going to high 83, a low of 70. And Beaufort's going to high 84 and a low of 70. The sunrise for Tuesday is going to be at 7:14 and sunset's going to be at 7:14. Looking at the beach tides, low tide's going to be at 2:15 p.m. and high tide's going to be at 7:38 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Wednesday through Friday, we are going to see some rip current warnings in effect, so if you're going to be in the water, do be careful. Taking a look at Wednesday, we're going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day and going into the evening. Highs are going to be in the upper 70s, lows are going to be in the lower 70s. Come Thursday, again, we're going to see scattered showers throughout the day and going into the evening. Highs in the 70s, lows in the 60s. And then come Friday, we're going to see scattered thunderstorms throughout the day, but hopefully we'll be clearing up by the time in the evening. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
Thanks, Maria. As we mentioned, we will be talking sports in just a little bit, but up next, we're going to be talking about suicide prevention, the signs you should look for, especially with your young people, and some ways people here in the Lowcountry can get help. Stay with us.